What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam. Today we're going to do some portrait editing in Lightroom. So please stick around because I will share to you my editing workflow and some tips on how I edit my photos in Lightroom. So let's go. Okay, we are now here in Lightroom. I prepared a couple of photos for this tutorial. All of these photos are taken from my Canon M50 and this Canon FE 50mm 1.8 lens. These are all photos in RAW files. And we are here now in develop module in Lightroom. So let's proceed. For this photo, I guess I need to crop a bit at the bottom, not to show her one leg, and move a bit to the center for better composition. And moving on, in the basic panel, first thing we need to correct our white balance through the selector tool. Just click and click some white portion or gray portion of the image, just like that. What I normally do next is to use this brush tool to brighten up her face and soften up a bit her skin on her body, and just the size is big enough to cover her face, and just ensure the feather density and flow around 70 to 80%. And then click a portion of her face and you can press O in your keyboard to show the coverage of our brush. And then we just increase a bit of exposure to brighten up her face and reduce a bit of clarity to soften up her skin, reduce noise, and just bring back a bit of sharpness on overall of her skin. And then we will duplicate this brush and just copy on her arm and duplicate again and drag to copy on her thighs, and that's it. But on the brush on her face, we will click on it. The purpose is to we will remove or erase the features of her face like the eyebrows and the eyes, not to be affected on the softening we had done. So we just brush on it around the eyes and nose and the mouth as well to remove the softening effect. Moving on, we just continue to adjust the exposure of our image. So this time we will increase a bit of shadow to show some shadow details. And for the whites, you just press shift and double click to Lightroom will automatically give you the proper white same width with the black portion. The next step is we will enhance the features on her face. So we just zoom in and select a brush tool. In the effect panel, we will select eye brightener and just use a small brush, and we just brush around the white portion of her eyes, the catch light as well, and click done. And next is select a brush tool, another brush tool, and for this time we will select iris enhancer. This will enhance more of her iris. And another brush tool, this time is the teeth whitener, but for this photo I guess it's not much. And one last brush we will use is the burn or darken tool. We will just reduce the exposure a bit and we will darken the features on her face like the eyebrows, the ridge around her nose and mouth, and the cheeks as well. This is to just give more definition, and that's it. Moving on, for the saturation, we just decrease a bit around 5 to 10 value. And in the tone curve, normally I will just use select 3 points on the curve and crush the blacks and the highlights and just make a bit of a S curve. This is what the look we are after for. And for the HSL panel, this is where we adjust the slider to have a teal orange look. So for the blue, just move a bit to the left, and for the yellow and orange, the left as well. And for the red slider, move a bit to the right to have this orange look. And for the highlights, you can use this selector tool and click somewhere on her face to lift up the tones on her face and a bit of exposure. And that's it. So moving on is we go to this split toning panel. In here we are going to adjust the highlights and shadows to have this teal and orange look. So we just click this color selector and click some warm or yellow portion of this color panel. And for the shadows, we counteract the yellow by clicking a blue or a teal color on the color panel as well. And as you can see, our image is we are almost there on the look that we are looking for. And next step is go to this detail panel, and in here we will increase the sharpness of our photo like around 50 to 60 on value. And you can click this alt button and click the mask slider to the right, and to highlight the white portion that only it will be sharpened. And of course we reduce a bit of noise on our photo and the color noise as well, just a bit only. Oh, and one more thing we need to do is to enhance her hair by using a brush tool and selecting this brighten or dodge tool, and we just brush around the light portion of her hair to enhance some more. And one last step that I normally do is use this radial filter. It is very nice tool to use. Just make a filter big enough to draw the viewer's focus on our model's face, and use around 70 to 80 on the feather, and reduce the exposure around 0.5 stops to have like a vignette effect. And that's it. One thing that we didn't use in this tutorial is the clone stamp tool to remove some blemishes in our photo, because normally I use this process in Photoshop. This is our final photo, guys. You can press Y to view the before and after effect from our previous photo, and you can press F to view in full screen mode, and F again to go back to the comparison view. And that's it. Okay, moving on, guys. One tip that I can give you is actually from our previous edit is we can create our own presets out of it. So just click create presets, and you can name whatever you want. Like this case, I can name Canon M50 Instagram look. And for the group, you can make your own group and just name it like Ham's presets for example. And you can check all, and all the adjustments will be saved. And just click create, and on the left side of our Lightroom you can view our presets that we have done. Okay, to use the presets that we have made for another photo is just simply click the presets, and straight away we copy the adjustments and effect that we have done. And you can check at the Lightroom adjustment panels, all the adjustments are there, and except for the brush. So what we can do is what we have done before is just increase a bit the exposure of our model's face, and soften up a bit the skin, reduce some noise, and bring up the sharpness, and copy each brush to each of her parts of her body. And one last thing is we can crop the same thing at the previous photo, and that's it. So that's it, guys. Hope you learned something from this tutorial, and if you like it, please help to click the thumbs up button. And if you have some comments and suggestions, you can leave at the comment section down below. And if you're new to my channel, please help to subscribe and be part of the community. And you can watch also my previous travel and photography videos on my channel. And until then, see you on my next video. Peace.